Peter?
Everyone's going to be okay.
We had a big night, which was good.
Oh
Ah,
gosh, I couldn't
Yeah.
have a big night.
big
Well,
nights are good
it
nights.
happens once in a blue moon, But we sort of we all stayed here. There's a group of us, and yeah, it was a good one. Let's just had a few martinis and whatnot. It was good.
Come on, people. I know there's a few more people coming. Where they turn up is another thing. But
Mm.
what's that?
Good to
Oh,
how's the weather in Brisbane, Gold Coast, that part of the world?
beautiful.
Is
It's
it?
been strange weather, and then later in the afternoon it's like raining and
Yeah,
whatever. So yeah.
yeah.
Good morning, Peter. Where are you from?
I'm in Sydney, based in Sydney.
Oh,
Ah,
okay,
mate, join the
wonderful.
club.
Yes, yes. Most of my business networks are in Sydney.
Is
Yeah.
Sydney the hotspot? Is it?
It's the hottest place to be.
Is that right? In what?
Well,
In
only
what?
if you're looking for hot weather.
Oh, for hot weather. Yeah.
Are you kidding? I thought it was here. That's hot weather.
Oh, yeah, Queensland. I forgot about you guys. Yeah.
Oh, come
Queensland.
on. If you go even further north, you turn charcoal.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Where are you, Peter?
I'm in the Sutherland Shire, so
Oh, okay.
Mm.
very far south.
Okay, nice.
Oh, yes,
Sutherland
I've heard
Shire.
So
about
I take
that.
it that's a real view then.
Yeah, that's out my window. So yeah,
Oh, wow. That's a nice view.
I was
yeah,
going
it's
to say
not.
nice backdrop.
So,
Yeah, it's makes working at home very easy.
yeah. So whereabouts is the Sutherland Shire in reference to other suburbs like in Sydney?
So if you think Sydney, you just go to the southern beaches,
Yeah.
and it's probably about 40 minutes. So when you fly into Sydney,
Yeah.
you'll pretty much typically, if you're coming from the south, you'll fly over Cronulla just before you land.
Oh, okay.
Airport.
Yeah. Nice. Nice one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the weather looks reasonable, doesn't it? Looks like
It's stunning. We've got a
No, it's
great day today.
beautiful today.
a ripper.
Today's beautiful.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it'd be good to open up and just find out a bit more about what we generally do is just find out a bit more about what everyone does.
Okay.
Pretty simple. And, just tell us a bit more about what you're up to. And then we have a bit of context. Everyone knows a bit more about what everyone does. And then we
Sure.
can work out strategies as like a managed service to connect the dots to each other, so to
Yeah,
speak.
sure.
We connect the dots and we work out who you got to reach out to, what are the synergies, and we just have a bit of a wrap up. So, you want to go ladies first, and then we'll work. Then I'll go last. Ladies first. So Felicia's first. Then we
What
can go. Tell us a bit more about what your focus is, and we'll go from there. What do you
what
think?
my focus is?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness, I've never done this before. It's
Video.
scary. This is our very first exciting podcast. It's really,
Yes,
really good.
that's pretty
Yeah,
exciting.
what I do, so I basically manage all the admin and the marketing team here in the investment company. Uh, how are we introducing ourselves, by the way? Are we the Billionaire Club? Is that how we're introducing
Look,
ourselves?
it's up to yourself. It's totally your call.
Okay. Yeah, and Anton's hiding. He's probably getting changed. And so I basically work in partnership with Anton, and we have another business partner that works in WA. And so we basically, in every state, so we try and manage every state with connecting all our builders with all our investors and everything like that, and form some sort of synergy. And I handle all the onboarding process and doing all the grinding and stuff and the marketing team, etc., and getting them all on board and making the projects run smoothly. So I do have, a fair bit on my plate and including organizing this. So yeah, I
Mm.
wear about 4 or 5 different hats at the moment, which I've never thought in my wildest dreams that I'd be actually applying them. And here I am applying them. And considering I haven't done too bad, have I, Anton?
Well, great.
It's so,
Been a
my
great job.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my history before that is that I used to work in a lot of corporate companies like the banks. I used to
Yeah.
work for the ATO. I used to work for Centrelink. I used to work for the bank. So I've got a lot of customer service background behind me. I used to work for a lot of mortgage brokers, a lot of property investors as well that, want to start growing and expanding their own development company and creating their own brands. And I also work in partnership and synergistically with my real estate advisors, my other company, that we work together. So we sell all brand new house and land packages Australia wide. So we cover every state, believe it or not. So we get products from the lower end of the market for people that, that can possibly afford somewhere from 500 up to 3 mil is probably the highest in that sort of aspect, and slowly bringing up to 6 mil. And then you come on board to our side, the Billionaire Club, where we've got huge, bigger investors that come on board. We manage a lot of the high-rise apartments that are from the 18 mil plus, and all the people in the club also buy properties that are go further and beyond, and also, abroad as well, like overseas. So slowly, there are some already overseas. We've got global partners that are developers that are actually in our company, so which is really great. And they're all very, very reputable companies that have been around for like, 1 to 2 decades. So, we deal with a lot of experienced developers on board. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
And who would like to go next?
I
Don't
can
be
go next.
shy. Don't be shy.
I can go next. Okay.
Oh, where is everybody?
I don't know. I think they can't get on. I
Are
think
you serious?
something's not working because I just got a message from
Can
someone
you,
I know.
all right, can you give them the link
They've
that I gave you?
yeah, I can do that. Hang
Yeah,
on.
that was the only way I could get on this morning with the link. I kept trying to go through the Eventbrite and it wouldn't work. But when you sent me the email,
Yeah, I gave people the email updates of the actual link, so they
that's
sh
that's the one they should use because I was able to connect in.
yeah, that's what I was giving them. So
Copy link. Okay, hang on a sec. Let me just send it to someone. Hang on. Zoom link. That's it there.
I gave them all the Zoom link, like the update. That's
Uh,
exactly what I've got to everybody this morning. So that was the first priority. I had to make sure that was done. Um, there was another lady that was supposed to come on, but because they don't have a contact number on there, I can't call them.
Mm.
Oh, here's another person coming in. Here we go. Thank you,
who? Oh, that's Enzo.
Enzo.
That's the one I tried to get on before.
Oh, okay, great.
And there's hang on, I think. uh, Hang on.
Mm.
Okay. So yeah, who's on? Enzo's on. Yeah. All
Yeah,
right. So I'll just get started actually. So look, I'm involved in childcare, before and after school care businesses, and started my career as a school teacher. So know the background quite well, and moved into sales and marketing for many many years. Ran many businesses, and stemming from advertising, marketing, and especially in Yellow Pages days. Um, Progressed into IT for many years, and so ran startups, to a point where we took it to a 65 million per year exit, and then basically moved on from that. Today I do childcare and basically looking to expand into um, not only buying more sites, but also building sites and also developing in different states. Um, the whole point about childcare is to be national. Once you've got a national brand, you've actually got a massive footprint that you can compete with. Um, and obviously have a lot of presence within VCs where they can actually have a look and say, well, you know what, we'll get a PE guy coming in and buy this out, and that's what you really want to expand into. The more sites you build and buy, and you can actually have an amazing opportunity for parents to come to a trusted venue, and that's what it's all about. It's all about trust today, and you build a product based on family values, and you build a product based on parents feeling safe for their kids. And especially today's big thing about safety, it's just the biggest topic going around right now after what's happened in Victoria. So that's put a bit of a spotlight on the industry, but it's a good thing, I think. It really cleans out some of the rubbish out there, and if there's anything out there that needs to be swept under the carpet and then and moved on and taken out, then we do that. And this is a good time to do it. And it leaves proper operators and people who are actually doing the right thing to continue doing the good work. So yeah, my main goal is to find people to work with and partner up with to either build, produce, and set up, or acquire existing sites where we can monopolise many areas, especially Victoria. I mean, Victoria's got some really good properties right now up for sale. I know Croydon's got one that's come up, which is an amazing looking site, and so I've got my eye on that. But again, you need certain backers to actually come in and do that with you. New South Wales has got some certain sites, and then you've got sites which are just basically land with DA, which you can acquire and basically build to your specs, and then basically just put an operator in and look at either a freehold or a leasehold, and depending on how your strategy is and which way you want to go, you can actually have a great turnover and really get some good profits out of it. So that's what I do.
Very good.
That is fantastic. You've got the license to be able to also build these childcare centres, right, Steve?
I've got an approval license, yes, so I can actually build, operate the whole thing. Yep, absolutely. So for me, it's easy because I've gone through the process of understanding and learning how it's done, and I now can facilitate a project from start to finish, and then become the operator straight after, and acquire staff and kids, and go from there.
Oh, that's amazing.
But yeah, so I think we've got a real deal already on this one.
Yeah.
We have the site contact. It was Natish, wasn't it, Felicia? That's
Mitesh, yeah,
Natish.
Mitesh.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think we're still waiting
From
on him, Mark.
Landmark Agency.
So,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we've got
I'll be on to him this morning for
so
sure.
we've got a deal already on the podcast. So well done there, guys. Which is good, Steve.
Yeah,
So should get you out of the blocks on that one.
absolutely.
That's good. So we'll track that and give you updates through the week via Felicia. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. 1 second.
And we've got Andrew Howard here. Really, is an amazing developer, and we've also got some opportunities. I'm not sure he'll come on soon. He's from Glenville Homes, and he's got some amazing adjacency sites that will require, Coles and the childcare on there as well. So we can talk to Andrew about that when he jumps off video onto video. Maybe we can start with Andrew next. It's kind of poetic that he's kind of right next to you. I'm looking at him and on the 6 pane of glass, and you're right there. So that's what Maybe think about Andrew and you. There you go. Here he is.
Hello,
Hello,
good
Mo, how are you?
morning.
You're going to show us all about Glenville Homes. Well done, Andrew. You're a legend.
Not a problem. I'll switch the camera around
Please.
if I can do that on the screen.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
So this is our display suite here
Mm.
in Yarra Bend in Alphington,
Oh,
Melbourne.
wow, beautiful.
So this is our penthouse collection,
Yeah.
which
Look at
is all available to view here in our display suite.
Excellent.
The apartments are nearing completion, and we have the ability to go up and have a look at the views. This
Yeah.
is one of the views. This is a render, but we
Mm.
can actually get up into this apartment now and
Mhm.
actually have a look at this city view, which is available in one of our penthouses. The Yarra Bend project in its entirety will look like this. So the Yarra Bend project was originally a paper manufacturing plant, the Australian paper manufacturers. They were established here in 1919, and they ran until the early 2000s when Glenville bought the site off them, and we have started to transform this parcel of land, which is 6.5 kilometres from the Melbourne CBD, into what you see here. So we have a wide range of stock that's available. We have already completed our house and land stock here. We've got townhouse stock here, which we've still got some available. Currently, I'm situated in this building, which sits in front of Alphington Park, which you can see out the window here. Behind that black fence at the back there, that is where which will have a shopping centre. That is
Oh,
a
wow.
different developer, but that will have multiple tenancies, which will have Coles, Aldi, Fitness First, Reading Cinema, and about 30 smaller retailers. There'll also be childcare, doctors' clinics, and things like that. So it'll be a bit of a one-stop shop. Including up to this end, we've got Alphington Station. If you have a look along here, this is where the penthouse series is located. We've got 13 penthouses, which are nearing completion, ranging from around 2.2 up to 5.6 million. I'll give you a quick look at some floor plans as we go. This is my favourite here at 4.3. Every single room in this apartment has a city view. It has its own rooftop entertaining area with outdoor kitchen, pool, and spa. Included in the penthouse series, when you purchase a penthouse here at Yarra Bend, you become part of the Signature Club. So the Signature Club gives you access to a lot of added extras here at Yarra Bend. We actually have Adam De Silva, who's opened his new restaurant here at the Bend. Adam De Silva is well known from MasterChef. He had restaurants in the city, Coda and Tonka. So he's sold out of those, and he's based his new restaurant here in Alphington. When you purchase a penthouse here at Yarra Bend, you get 5 years, $1,000 a year for 5 years to dine at Adam De Silva's restaurant. We're also just a short, probably 3-minute drive from Latrobe Golf Course. When you purchase a penthouse here, you also have 5 years free membership at Latrobe Golf Course. We also have other added benefits such as free apartment cleaning. So you get a spring clean of your apartment once a month for 60 months, so for 5 years. There's also private training areas, a private cinema down in our health and wellness centre. Our health and wellness centre, which I should never forget. The health and wellness centre is located under Building D here. So the Health and Wellness Centre is over 1,500 square meters in size. It has 2 pools, one indoor heated, one outdoor, kids wading pool, full gym with techno gym equipment, spin room, sauna, spa, onsen spa, massage rooms, yoga room. Like this thing is like, well, state of the art, world class, almost like a hotel style amenity. In addition to that, we have our hub, which has 2 private dining areas, a WeWork scenario where you can go up there. There'll be meeting rooms, hot desks, free Wi-Fi, stationary. You can go up there, do some work on your laptop in the privacy, and also you can also book in meetings, and you can do all that through our Yarrabend app. There's also a residence lounge with, you know, couches, big screen TV, games room. On top of that, you have a 14-seat cinema with a rooftop deck and a fire pit. All of that amenity can be accessed through your Yarrabend app. So that's a quick rundown of what we have here. We also have some extremely, I better turn the phone back around for this one. Here, as you can see, is our 300 meters of Yarra frontage. So very exciting. We are actually, this here is being redesigned, and we are turning this into 6 large riverfront homes. So there's very little land that's still available along the Yarra River to build large private homes. Lot 6 here, which is obviously my favourite, given you've got Alphington Park to the east, and to the west you've got the Yarra River. On the other side of the Yarra River, you've got all parkland. So you've got no industrial area, you've got no freeway or anything like that. It's just literally looking over the river into another park. So we are just bringing these things to market currently. They'll have a couple of big tickets, but it's super exclusive. So if anybody has the desire or the will to come down and live, it really feels like you're in the bushland here. Like you forget that you're only 5.5 kilometers from the Melbourne CBD. So with, you know, the amenity you have here at Yarrabend, the proximity to the cinema, to the city, the shopping centre that's coming, that should start within about 6 months. We've got bus, train, access to the CBD. You've got 3 parks located here in Yarrabend, and you also have Alphington Park that runs all the way down into the Alphington wetlands and the Yarra River. So we've got a lot of exciting things happening here at Yarrabend, which we'd love to obviously have you down here to our display and take you personally through a lot of the stock that we have here.
That's great, Andrew. So we've already started the campaign, and it's going to start firing up soon. So thank you for that. Does anyone have any questions in reference to Yarrabend? And you've got some other landmark opportunities in Broadbeach as well, I noticed, which is
Absolutely. So Broadbeach, I'll give you a quick rundown. Construction's just started on our Broadbeach development. That's a 19-level apartment building. Penthouse has 2 floors. All the amenity in there is obviously next level as well. They're all whole floor apartments. They're starting from $6.25 million. And yeah, we're super excited about that. We've got some fly-throughs which you can walk through, and everything just it looks amazing.
Yeah. Well, Felicia's done a great job, Andrew, and get the accounting, brokerage, and direct sales force all fired up for you. So expect some serious momentum on all fronts shortly.
Amazing.
Before
Andrew,
I ask Andrew some questions,
Yeah.
Steve, you wanted to say something first?
Yeah, I just want to ask Andrew, in that Yarrabend site, are you putting any childcare centres in that?
So there is a childcare centre that's in the planning permit for the adjacent site. So we are not the developer on that directly. There's another developer associated with that, but we can definitely give you a contact there.
Please, yeah, absolutely. Love to have a chat.
Felisa can manage that. So she's got both. She runs the managed service there on the podcast. Another great deal there.
That'll be another really good one. Hey, Steve, we'll do a podcast for the Childcare Centre. How's that sound?
Done.
Fantastic. Steve's ready to rock and roll. Andrew?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not going to take up too much of your time, but for the investors and crowds, do you mind if I ask you a few questions because you've got a lot of knowledge and experience in this industry?
Not a problem.
Oh, that'll be really great because this would be so awesome. With regards to market insights and strategy, I'd like to ask what trends are you currently seeing in the property market, and how are you adapting your strategy?
So it's been obviously a tough couple of years for us in the development world. I'm really confident that we're coming out the other side of those couple of tough years. Interest rates obviously going high has played an issue in sales numbers. We're seeing inquiry on the ground picking up already. It may not be translating into sales as much, but we're starting, usually inquiry picks up and sales picks up shortly after. So we're looking forward to that. Cost of construction has gone up, so obviously we've had to redo our feasibilities, which we've had to kind of transition a little bit in our marketing. We used to do a lot of direct marketing to the public, which we've scaled back, and we're going through a lot more networks. To obviously we pay a higher commission to a network, but we pay on per sale. So we're happy to pay the commission, but when it's per sale.
Fair enough.
When you're paying large amounts of money to Domain and realestate.com for your project profiles and ongoing marketing, we're not getting the cut through that we kind of need from those kind of sites. So we've been increasing our networks and reaching out to people like yourselves to assist to get that more broader focus and get that larger buyer demographic, and also being a little bit more targeted, reaching out with you guys. You probably have a larger database or larger customer base in what we're currently trying to sell, being the higher ticket price.
Absolutely.
So we're still finding that the cheaper stuff is still selling. 1 bedrooms at 500, 550, 600 is still selling. We're currently settling a building on Chandler Highway at the moment, and we've had some good valuation results there, which has been promising. So we're kind of feeling that gives us a lot of confidence moving into our next project and to the river as well.
Fantastic.
Andrew, how far is Yarra Bend from the CBD?
6.5 kilometres.
Oh, okay. So what's the suburb around there? Because I'm from Sydney, so not sure.
Okay, so look, glad you asked. Directly on the other side of the Yarra River, we've got Kew.
Okay.
So Kew obviously is one of the blue chip suburbs.
Yep.
To the east this way, you've got Ivanhoe.
Okay.
Ivanhoe's average house price is around $2 million.
Okay, good.
You go a little bit further to I've forgotten the name now. Jesus. Anyway, we've also got Northcote. Northcote is,
I know Northcote.
yeah, very trendy suburb. That's probably had the most capital growth uplift in the whole of Melbourne. All the trendy people are moving to Northcote, and to the west we have Fairfield. So
I know Fairfield very well.
No, Fairfield Boat Club.
I
Very
go to
famous.
there's a nice cake shop there called Nico's, if you know that one.
I do. So we are surrounded by a exclusive,
Done.
neighbouring suburbs.
Okay.
Alphington's one of those little smaller suburbs, which sometimes gets, that's why they have that little square box on realestate.com, which is search surrounding suburbs.
So is Yarra Bend the actual suburb, or is just that the actual
So Yarra Bend is, so the suburb is Alphington.
Alphington? Yeah.
So Yarra Bend is this. So
Okay. Good. Okay. It's the development site. Got it.
is the development site.
Done.
Okay. Okay, on to the next question.
Mm.
And thank you for answering the second question. I think that covered the second one. Which property types, residential, commercial, or industrial, are offering the best returns right now?
Look, commercial has. I actually watched a podcast about this just the other day. Commercial
Oh,
is okay. The best return on investment is actually farmland at the moment.
oh,
However,
wow.
there's that obviously creates a bit of a different buyer. So
Mhm.
we're finding that we just sold a 1 bedroom apartment in our old heritage building for 625,000, and we rented that out at 625 per week. So rents are steadily climbing, and property prices have probably stagnated for the last couple of years. We're expecting that to explode over the next 12 months, provided we get another 2 interest rate drops over the next 2 Reserve Bank meetings, which, I think there's been reports that they're 100% pricing that in, and we've seen banks already reducing their term deposits and things like that. So we have seen a lot of growth in the commercial space. That has been very popular. We have still got a commercial space here for sale, which is our display suite. So our
Wow.
display suite is currently for sale at 3.9 million. We will be the tenants here for the next 5 years, and then the purchaser can do whatever they like. You can also all the amenity, all the fit out here can be a tax deduction for the purchaser. We'll pretty much hand over all those paperworks, and they can claim the depreciation on that as well. So there's value in, I think, both commercial and residential. I know a lot of people prefer to invest in residential because they're comfortable with it. They know what that is.
Yeah.
You have a small entry deposit, and a lot of the banks, are a little bit easier to borrow with residential property.
And now that takes me to the next question. Sorry, Andrew. Did you want a glass of water? I'm sorry if
No,
I'm
no,
asking all the questions.
that's
How do
okay.
you evaluate whether a deal is worth pursuing in today's economic climate?
So obviously we do a lot of feasibility. So we have a big team in our head office, which pretty much do a lot of work behind the scenes in costings, what it costs to build, what
Yeah.
we need to sell it for. They work with the sales team, and we go out and find out, what the market looks like, who's your competition, what they're selling for, and we pretty much collaborate and find out, is there a market for what we can see here at the moment? If you look in and around the area and the suburbs, which I've just mentioned to earlier,
Yeah.
there's not much product currently in the market which has properties at this level, with a fit out, with the amenity that we have here, with the accessibility that we have here. So we feel that what we've currently got here, although the buyer pool is a little bit less at this level,
Yeah.
we're confident we can move them. And we've, as I mentioned also earlier, we have seen an uptick in inquiry.
Fantastic. And how do you mitigate risk when investing in volatile or emerging markets?
Look, I think
I hope that's not too personal.
no, look, I think everybody's in the same boat, obviously, with everything that's happening around the world. The Trump issue will always have um, an effect on all markets, whether it be property, banking, share market. It seems to, when America sneezes, the rest of the world gets a cold. So I think we've found that with those kind of global issues and probably even stemming back to the COVID days with supply chain issues and things like that, um, we've realised that we have been able to work through these issues and come out the other side. So um, uh, I think we just believe in the product that we have. We love what we do. And I think the proof is in the pudding with a lot of our settlements taking place at the moment.
Wonderful. And do you mind if I can ask you, in the area subject of lessons and mistakes? Oh, great. Thank you so much. I really, really, honored to have you on here and really appreciate your time. So, and it's good insight
Pleasure.
for people. Thank you so much, Andrew. Um, what's the biggest mistake you've made in property investing, and what did you learn from it?
Look, I think the biggest mistake I personally made, I think it all comes down to research. I
Yeah,
think you have to do research in the property, in the market, in the surrounding area. Um, I think that it's not just about the property itself, it's about the suburb, it's about the amenity in the area, it's about what is currently going to take place in that area and how the rest of the things, such as our shopping centre over the south, over the back here, obviously that's being started in about 6 months. However, once that is completed, the property prices and the easeability and the walking access to all these amenity really pushes things up. It's not always about the purchase price at the end of the day, as you've probably heard in property. It's not what you bought the price, what you bought the property for. It's the time in the market. So
th-
10 grand here or 15 or 20
absolutely.
grand
Yeah,
doesn't mean anything in 10 years' time.
correct.
And I've advised people many times, and I believe this in my own investing. If you're trying to buy something and flip it and make a profit in the short term, you've got a lot of, there's a lot of risk in that. If you buy a property and you've got time in the market, that's when you see all your capital growth and all your benefits.
Fantastic. What's one deal you wish you hadn't passed on? If you ever come across any?
Oh, look, I've come across a number personally. I remember the very first property that I passed on. I think I should have bought it for about 320,000. It'd be worth about $1 million now. Um, you don't have to work in real estate very long until people will love to tell you about the ones that got away. There was also a development site which I passed on, which would have been my first one, and it was only a small one, 3 townhouses. However, I passed on that, and somebody else picked it up, and they've done an amazing job, and them and I think they did very well out of it.
Suppose it comes down to
So
experience, doesn't it, as well? Maybe?
absolutely, and an old boss of mine who's a very well-known developer in Melbourne, he always used to say, "There's always a level of risk,
Yeah,
and in anything, it just depends on how well you're prepared and what your appetite for that risk is." So if you can back yourself and you've
yeah.
done the research and you're confident that you can deliver what you say, then you're mitigating that risk, and that's when you see the rewards.
And you believe in not rushing into these things too. You've got to take your time with it, hey?
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's probably why I missed on the first one.
Oh, well, you live and learn, and
You
you
live and
can get
learn,
better.
and the good thing about the property market, and we talk about it with people all the time, is that there will be other properties.
Yeah,
It's very rare, such as our riverfront homes, that you get something like that won't be repeated.
amazing. Did anyone else want to ask a question before I ask another question? No, this Andrew's amazing. Did you want to say something, Anton?
I was just going to ask Andrew, what's been cutting through for your marketing at the moment, and what do you think needs to change, like to get to close on all these amazing opportunities?
So we're actually moving into a lot more videos now.
Right.
On the marketing side, it's been obviously with the rise of social media,
Yep.
handheld devices. Everybody's got a camera on their phone now.
Yep.
People flick through social media and all the like so much, that is starting to be one of the major kind of platforms which people are searching or coming across property. So we're now endeavoring to, it's one thing to have a brochure and a floor plan and some pictures of the property, but we're moving into walking through the property, highlighting the features,
Yep.
showing the views, and it has to be quick. It has to be, you know, 3 second between your kitchen, your bedroom, your view, because people's attention spans are a lot shorter these days than they used to be.
Yep. That
So,
yep.
yeah, so there's a fair bit of changes. Obviously, commissions are always a big one. Amenity is a big one. If we can, the biggest one for us is our health and wellness centre. So we have a health and wellness centre video, which you can talk to Anton, he can share around.
Yep.
But the amenity, which we're finding for a lot of people, is, it's almost a cornerstone of what people are looking for.
Yeah. Great.
But people will say, look, I'd spend another $50,000
Mm.
to know that I have that kind of level of amenity in the building.
Yeah. So we also feel that with the Billionaire Club, which it's not just buying into as part of the signature program. We've sent you some material in reference to that, but buyers are not just buying the tangible side; they're also buying into the intangible, which is the community, which survives on an ongoing basis. So, having events and our signature program where members, millions to billions, where members sell to each other. Means that not just the ROI is also the intangible aspect, which is the community, and integrated with the signature club plus the actual physical infrastructure. So we've sent you some marketing strategies and tactics in that specific regard, because we've done it at other sites, and that's proved to be a compelling proposition. Along with events on site, I think the face-to-face experience, and also, activating mortgage brokers, and then putting irresistible offers where they bring their clients on sites. We're open to that sort of marketing strategy with you. Accountants, we have a 5 million plus Chinese network that's integrated under us. So, they'd be looking for these sort of landmark opportunities. So, once again, events and how we can integrate. So Felicia's got
making the events really exciting.
Then marketing that in a conjunctional way, lockstep with Glenville Homes as well would be. I feel we've done it before, and it's proved to be very compelling, and it's all about the experience and what they're buying into as well.
Amazing.
So well, thanks for that, Andrew. So
Pleasure.
We'll keep the ball rolling, and obviously podcasting, and what we do here is, on the Real Deal podcast, we'll broadcast this out through, YouTube channels that'll go out to billions and billions. So, this is recorded by Felicia, and it goes out to billions on YouTube and all the legacy channels, and we'll get some more above the line activity on that front as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
No, stay on board. And who's next, Felicia? Keep rolling. You've done well.
Yes, yes. Anyone else want to add something? Although I do have more questions, but does anyone want to ask anything? Please, while we got him. No. All right, I'm going to have to ask questions. Do you mind?
No, that's fine.
Oh, look, well, first of all, how do you handle your due diligence to avoid costly surprises?
Well, in the sales team, we obviously vet a lot of the people that we work with. We do. We are lucky enough here to have a really good track record with a lot of groups that have been tried and tested in the past. In regard to new groups and things like that, um, the real estate world is a small community, and
Yeah.
so a lot of the time that you found that I've worked with somebody, a couple of my colleagues worked with them in the past, or they have worked with somebody else that we've had an affiliation with 5 years ago, and they've gone out and started their own company and things like that. um, a lot of the risk management on the development side has all been done in the cost valuations. We work really closely with our builder. The builder here that we have across all of our apartment buildings is Ironside. So they've done one, two, three, and they've done three buildings here, and they're just about to start their fourth. So we have a really good working relationship with them. They've been fantastic and delivered fantastic product on the last three. So that we can push forward with knowing that we're getting a really good product. The development team have done a lot of work behind the scenes and the costings and making sure we can build it for what we say we can. And the sales team come around the back and make sure that we believe that we can sell it for what we need to obviously cover those costs.
Fantastic. So that comes down to the next one, value add on your investment. What are your favorite value add strategies for increasing the property value?
Um, Look, coming to valuation, if you're going to rent the property out, the valuer won't actually tick the box that says this is ready for rent unless it has blinds. Um, Blinds is probably the first thing, and we usually just we put blinds in all of our products at no cost to the purchaser. But that means the valuer gets to come in and tick that box and give them a rental appraisal on the spot. If you're an investor and you don't have blinds, the valuer will not tick that box, and the bank
Wow.
will not lend, will not put that through. We've had some cases where our blind guy has been behind,
Oh my
and we've had to
gosh.
get the valuer back in because they actually have to eyeball the blinds.
You're
Once they've
kidding.
seen that, no, so the bank won't lend it until those blinds are physically in.
Wow.
All
So
righty.
that's probably the biggest value add. And then I could probably go back and talk about the amenity all over again.
It's okay. No, no, it's all good. You've done it already. Thank you. All right. So much appreciate your time, Andrew. And
Pleasure.
yeah, hope you
Who
don't
have we
mind us
missed
sharing
on?
this.
Who have
Yeah.
we missed out on? Anyone have we missed out on? Peter, do you want to tell us a bit more about what your business model is? And then we'll have a bit of a session where we work out who needs to reach out to each other. So thanks, Andrew. Stay online there.
Will do.
You want to tell us a bit more about your business and what you get up to?
Sure, sure. So I run a family-based business. My dad was a builder. I never had any intention of getting into the family business, but so I trained as an engineer. But over time, I kind of looked around and saw that people did pretty well out of property and thought I should get involved into this.
Mhm.
And then another thing happened where he was winding down his building business and gave me a block of land and my sister a block of land, and I went and put some integrated houses on it, just 4 houses. And something happened where, because I was managing the project dealing with the council and the trades and that. And Dad was just building. We found we actually worked really well together. And then at the end of the project, after we did the sales, I realised, I said to him, look, we made money up to the subdivision, but actually doing the construction, I don't feel like we made a hell of a lot of money. And I said, you're putting double the amount of timber that these other project home builders are doing. And he goes, well, I don't want to build rubbish. And I said, well, that's fine, but I just can't see that that's a sustainable building model for us. So I said it makes sense if we build to own, because we're good builders, and if we own the product, then the only thing that happens if we get the costings wrong, if there's a little bit of blowout, is our yield suffers. So we had some land within the family that industrial land that I wanted to focus on. And to kickstart that, I did a pre-lease development where I leased out a property for 10 years before it was even built. And so off the back of that, I was able to develop sort of a name and reputation for being someone that will deliver what they promise. Had that tenant for over 20 years, so that was very successful. And then you develop relationships with banks, the lenders. But I'm one of these guys that keeps sort of questioning why we do things. And over time, I've moved out of construction altogether and focused mainly on industrial. And always went kind of against the trends. So whilst other people would develop out their properties, I was creating hard stand yards, people just to park trucks and containers. And then over time, that became quite valuable. So I built a business on that and focused mainly on industrial. On the residential side of things, because we were heavy into earth moving, creating those container parks and so forth, I would only do residential land subdivisions. I wouldn't get involved in construction. And so we tried to choose niche sort of areas where the bigger guys that are doing 100 lot subdivisions weren't really involved with. And I like to find little pockets which were adjacent to existing areas. So there was people would build bespoke homes, not a house and land package necessarily. So I guess fast forward, we've been doing that for a long time now. And Dad's just turned 85. And if I'm at work, he wants to be on a machine with me. So we're at the point now where we want to take a step back from the hands-on developing and being on the machines and so forth. And so I've thought, well, we've still got some projects where, we've got DAs on, we've got a site just outside of Wollongong, where after a lot of work with council, we've fixed up the approvals there. So we've got 48 residential lots, which are really beautiful and got escarpment views and ocean views. It's about 4.5 kilometres outside of Wollongong. So I'm either going to look at maybe doing a JV or moving that site now that I've got the DA sort of fixed. And then the other development that we've got on our books is in Gympie, which is more of an NDIS development. I dipped my toe into that a few years ago where I bought a house and got a tenant. And I never believed the returns initially because people were quoting, excessive returns. And then I got in there and then really started to understand it. So I got involved in another project up there where we own some land and we've got DA approval for some NDIS units. And then my passion is more on running the portfolio and working with tenants. So what we're trying to look at doing is I like to grow with tenants. So I've got, a tenant in a 5,000 square metre distribution centre in Truganina near Victoria, and they're looking to grow. So the only reason why they want to move out, it's not a rent thing, it's not a position thing, it's just the building's too small. And doing it for as long as I've done this sort of stuff, I've realised I really value these relationships when you've got good tenants. So I try to sort of keep them and work with them. So if I move some of these development stock on, then I'd look at recycling the capital to grow the portfolio and maintain the relationship with the tenants. It's just the Melbourne industrial market has become a little bit softer lately, so incentives have really crept back in. So I just need to really analyse that a bit closer to work out whether it stacks up. But across the rest of the portfolio, we've been able to manage some really good rental rates because we had a lot of legacy leases, because I do long-term leases. So there's been huge growth in industrial rents. So we're just sort of working through the portfolio to get those up and realise the asset values by getting rid of those reversions. So that's in a nutshell where I'm at. So I'm just looking at expanding my network and having productive conversations with people that are interested in some good quality stock, and open to ideas in terms of partnering or selling, and that's where I'm at currently.
Pete, that's amazing, mate. I like that, and I think you and I should have a chat. Maybe we can do some childcare stuff. I think there's opportunities there, I can tell you.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Especially Truganina. A lot of people moving out that way.
Yeah.
I know the site very well. Gympie I don't know too much about, but I'm sure along the way there's plenty of opportunities for land expansion through community involvement with childcare.
Yeah.
NDIS is the other money spinner right now. I mean, it's really NDIS and childcare that are really moving.
Yeah, I think with NDIS, it's an interesting space. I've learnt a lot. You've got to be very careful, because I know a lot of people get burnt from it. So it's about, I think like everything, location is really key. So
Absolutely.
The thing that I liked about the Gympie site was we're right across the road from a shopping centre, so the location is excellent. It's not, you're not out in the suburbs where someone's really isolated, and so whilst you might design a house for someone in a wheelchair, if there's not a coffee shop they can just easily go to independently, or go to the doctors themselves, or that, I think those sorts of things come into play. So I think the industry is still in its infancy, but there's some of the cowboys are getting weeded out, and you're starting to end up with well-designed product in well-located places. And just got to be careful of the oversupply, particularly in the regional setting. So look, we're still passionate about it. That's why I don't have to make a complete exit. I'm happy to stay on board with the right partner, because I still believe in both projects and locations.
That's great. Thank you, Peter. So we got one more, haven't we, Felisa Urza, and then we probably need to summarise and wrap up for next week. Given, I think how are we tracking with time there, Felisa? Sorry, you on speaker.
I thought we would have been booted out by now, but I just
No,
put the same link in there if we had to finish up quickly. So, Enza,
is it? Yep, we got one.
Enza, did you want to come in and say anything, or you just
She's
want
an observer,
to just listen?
She's on mute.
She's an observer. Can't.
Yeah. So just in summary, I might just quickly cover what we do with the VC3P group, which is, so we tackle real estate from a different lens. We do all the traditional stuff, sales and marketing is one of the practice areas. We also do the project management, which means managing projects from start to finish, supply chain into projects. So we've managed some of the big projects, in marketing and tech as well. So we're pretty spread across portfolios and sectors. And then we have the strategy deals and capital raise aspect of our business model, which is basically raising capital. We've got a large hedge fund, so we fund a lot of the developers. And then we obviously reverse engineer that to get the listings and sell the end product. But we've got a pretty much a campaign that we love the wholesale and channel space where we market to the end consumer through wholesale direct packages, and that's starting to get cut through on a number of sites around Australia as well. And we've deployed